All right, guys. Injuries from the game. Tatum Bethune left with an ankle. He returned. Siegel had a knee, didn't return. Abdullah left with ribs. And Rob Beal at the end there left with the groin. Go ahead.
Obviously, this game is all about what the young guys can do, what kind of reps they can put out there on the field. But what did you think about Chase Lucas? I mean, obviously, he had some pretty big plays in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was fun to watch Chase today. He flew around. We kept him at nickel the whole game. He's kind of our energizer bunny. He was on practice squad all last year doing it, helping on offense and defense. He's had a hell of a camp and thought he did a hell of a job today.
Up to his style of play.
His calf was tight. We were cautious with him.
Did you get any update on Michael Williams?
Yeah, he hyperextended his knee. It'll probably be a week or so.
What about Richie Grant? Why didn't he play?
Some issues with his knee. He'll probably be about a week or so too.
I know you want to go and watch film, but what's just your early thoughts of Mac?
I thought Mac seemed like he performed well. I liked how he came out. It was a challenge, especially going against that defense. Had a bunch of guys out there too, and loved the first drive. The next one, I think we went 3 and out, but I was happy with Mac today.
The two rookie defensive tackles a lot in the first half. I know you got to check the film, but what did you think from them initially?
I felt pretty good with the defense in the first half. I thought we made a few mental mistakes that kept a couple drives going. I didn't feel a lot out there, with the pass rush and stuff, but I got to get to the tape to really know for sure.
4 turnovers, again, your backups, but were you frustrated? Offense didn't seem to move the ball very much at all.
Yeah, it was frustrating. I liked how we started out, but after that, there wasn't much to be excited about. We didn't get many first downs, 4 turnovers, the 3 picks, the fumble. I felt when we did make a play, whether the quarterback did, then the receiver was off. I felt we made too many mistakes, and it was frustrating 2.5 quarters.
You never returned punts live in practice or even with the scrimmages with the Broncos. How much weight does Bergen's 28-yard punt return carry? It looked like the special teams, the blocking on it too.
He made a good cut, and there was a guy down there, and he made that guy miss and broke their contain. Thought it was a hell of a play, and those are his opportunities. I wish he got more in the game, but no, that was a hell of a play by him.
Benito had a series where he just kind of ruined the whole series. How do you feel about your backups at offensive tackle right now?
He did ruin that whole series. One was on our tight end going across the formation. He just played past all the way, so that wasn't on a tackle. But it was 3 plays in a row. The next 2 plays, we went on the quick counter and lined up wrong, so he was able to jump the snap. So I thought that was a little tough for Spence. And then on the 3rd down, we had a bust by a player who was supposed to be outside presence on him. Spence was expecting a chip, so he was just sitting there inside out, and there was no guy there. So Benito's a hell of a player, so we knew that would be a challenge. But I thought those 3 plays in a row were a little unfair to Spence.
What did you think of Jordan Watkins' debut, I guess, beyond the 50-yard catch?
I thought he did some good things, especially that 50-yard catch, but also had some plays where he struggled too. Getting that pick, he had busted route on that, which, that was a big one. So making that big play on the first 3rd down of the game and our 3rd play is what allowed us to get that opening drive with a score. But kind of a typical rookie game. There's some positive in it, but a lot of stuff that we can challenge him with when we watch the tape with him Monday.
What have you seen from Marquis Siegel? And is that injury anything to be concerned about?
I don't think so. I don't want to speak too soon. It looked more like just a knee bruise and stuff, but we'll have to see. But I thought he was one of the guys who flashed a lot tonight. He got a little bit late start on being injured in the offseason. And I think it was a few days into camp where he really got going. But he's had a hell of a week here and finished it off good today.
Valdez, the undrafted rookie defensive tackle, is flashed.
Yeah, I'd say he flashed the most today. Just noticing him out there.
What is it a bit of a surprise, or did you guys when he came in think there was something there?
He's been flashing a lot in practice. He's been a problem in one-on-ones, and it looked like he played the run real well today. When our line coach talks about him in practice, that means he's doing some stuff, and it was good to see it carry over to the game today.
Where did he come from? Was there somebody in the draft process that you remember banging the table and talking about Valdez? Because he has been impressive.
I don't remember exactly. We ended up recruiting those guys hard after the draft, but I know he was the guy that we targeted.
He seemed to make some plays. Is he taking another step this offseason?
Yeah, I think he has. I think Kalia, I thought he had a really good offseason last year. and was having a good training camp, and then got hurt at Tennessee pretty bad, and it set him back a ways. But I think this offseason has been very similar. I think he's had a real good training camp, and I thought he had a good first half there too.
Dobbs and Allen competing last year. You didn't really seem to know who you were going to pick until it came up to it. Do you feel more secure with Mac, a guy that's got one style, as opposed to two guys that have different styles, and be able to head into the season knowing what you got?
Yeah, I mean, we'll keep going through it, but I mean, I feel fortunate to have Mac. I think Mac's a good quarterback. I think he's done some really good things in this league. He's had a hell of a camp with us, and I think he did a real good job today. You know, it's always hard when you're having the 2 and the 3 compete. You know, they got to split those reps, and that's what we've been through here last year. But we kind of have much more of an idea now who our 1 is, obviously, who our 2 is, and we'll have our 3 and 4 competing now.
Chuck, are you healthy enough for sure to have them join practice?
Yeah, we are, but I mean, it's definitely getting hard. We had 19 guys didn't dress today because of injuries, you know, and that's not counting the pup guys and things like that. Or, you know, there's about probably 7 healthy guys that I sat. Hopefully, we can get a bunch of guys back for Monday. I mean, it's real important that we get 2 good practices on Monday and Tuesday. So hopefully, we're in a better spot Thursday when we go against the Raiders.
Interception, was there some sort of miscommunication with Watkins, or was it just a?
Yeah, he just got confused on the route.
I know this, but do you still expect Bernardo Green and Jacob County back next week?
I hope so. It depends how their workout goes tomorrow. But we were planning on getting them back this week. I hope it's sooner than later because I don't want their first practice to be against another team. So we'll see how it goes.
Plan for Mac to just play those 3 drives, or were you kind of just letting him play out?
Our plan was 10 to 15 plays with him. And, he got 8 on the first drive and 3 on the second. I don't know what he got on the third, so I think he finished right around 16 plays.
What did you see from Nick Martin tonight?
He ran around, got a lot of playing time. You know, he had a couple misses, especially on a big third down on a shallow cross across the field. Just got his eyes a little too nosy with the back. But I like how Nick's been going. But I think there's a lot of tape that he can get better from watching this today.
Let me ask you about Juwan. Is this possibly related to business? You said, ask Juwan. I don't think we've had a chance, and I don't know who will today. Has he told you that there's anything to do with business with him not practicing?
No, not at all. And this is why Juwan missed OTAs because of his calf. It's the same injury he had last year during training camp, which made him miss a couple weeks during training camp last year. We didn't get him till the end of training camp last year, and it's the same thing on the MRI and the same thing he's going through. But hopefully we'll get him back sooner than later. Thanks, guys.